Good morning. It is Monday, guys. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. The rain held off for me, so I was able to go kayaking, but only for like an hour because it was choppy. The winds are intense, and like I didn't even think about it until I was there, and it was like being on the ocean. It was it was intense, and you couldn't get anywhere. Like, it was fun the first 15 minutes. And then when I realized I actually couldn't go anywhere because it was so crazy, and it would take all of my effort to just get across the small little inlet that we were at for the lake, it was not worth it, so we headed back. But apparently we have hurricane or tropical storm, I don't know, she's wobbling back and forth. Etta really messing up our coast this week, like going around and then back up and then back across, possibly. You never really know with hurricanes or these big tropical storms or whatever. And I don't know what we're having now. I don't know if it's like bands or if it's from the cold fronts. But now it's raining and it's just like a constant drizzle. So crazy. I normally wear my heels to work because that's like my work classification of what I wear. But I took out the trash this morning and it's all muddy, so I put my flip-flops on. So now I'm wearing flip-flops to work. So it's unofficially flip-flop day for me. But it's actually World Freedom Day, which is amazing to think about all the freedoms that we actually have. I mean, not every country, but it's a good day for the whole world to look at what the norm for freedoms is. Like freedom of religion is a pretty big norm across the world. I don't know every country, but for every country to establish, like, that is a huge thing. Freedom to pursue the career that you want to pursue, the freedom to religion, fall in love. There's lots of freedoms you look back in history that they couldn't even conceive of having, and we take for granted now. We are so used to having them. I mean, especially here in the States. Tell me I can't believe the religion I want to believe or be with the person I want to be. We through the stance of like same sex or different religion or all the biggest taboos of you can't be involved with this person or that person. You be with whomever you want to be with, and that's an amazing thing to be able to do that. I mean, it used to be against the law for certain things like that to be. So definitely appreciate our freedoms, guys. And then it's also 2 different foods. It is Fried Chicken Sandwich Day, National Fried Chicken Sandwich Day. Of course, this isn't a world thing, it's a national thing. I'm not a huge fan of fried foods, but I can definitely appreciate that as a true blue American thing. It's also, and I'd never heard of this, which is sad because it's a mid-Atlantic food. So I think deep south probably. I'm in Florida though, so the further north you get, the further into the deep south you get. I'm in Orlando area, so not as deep south as you would think. Scrapple. It's apparently a breakfast food, and it's taking pork scraps, buckwheat and cornmeal and then spices and making almost like a meatloaf looking thing. And then you slice it up and serve it with your breakfast and pour ketchup on it. Of course, it's ketchup. It's American made dish, a created dish. It's gonna probably have ketchup on it. I know someone who puts ketchup over their entire breakfast. But I never heard of it, so if you are curious and you haven't had breakfast yet and you're able to make that, go right ahead or find a place. I wonder if Crackle Barrel has Scrapple. I've been there. I used to go to Crackle Barrel all the time and I never even heard of it, so I don't know where you would get it. I don't know how big of a thing in the deep south it is, but since I've never heard of it, I mean, I can't imagine it's that big. Maybe it's more of a rural country thing. You'd think it's like something to reduce waste at farms. You have all the pork scraps. What do you do with it? And they came up with a really clever way to make it like a meatloaf with it. They call it Scrapple. Scrapple. It actually kind of makes sense. So it's more of a country. Down in the deep south, in the country of the Deep South, that's probably where you'll find it. That's what I'm guessing. But if you've ever had it, please comment and tell me what you think. I'm also not a big pork fan, so I'm a little unbiased about it. It's also Chaos Never Dies Day, and I thought this was amazing because that purely means that chaos is around us 24/7. It will never end. The chaos of your life. It's like saying, I'll do that when I'm ready. I'll do that when things calm down, when everything gets back to normal. Things will never get back to a normal. It'll be a new normal, but it'll always have chaos wrapping around it because things are always happening. So what it's pretty much telling you is stop and smell the roses, appreciate and enjoy the chaos that you have, because it'll eventually evolve and it'll change, and then you have to appreciate the new chaos that you have. But don't wait for the chaos to be over, because it may never happen. That singularity moment in time where chaos stops and you feel absolute calm, that may never happen. And even if it does happen way into the future, it's a split second, and you should enjoy your whole life, not just that single second. So appreciate the journey, not just the destination. It's pretty much what that whole thing says, and I think that is an amazing point of view, way of thinking of it. So it's Monday, guys, and I hope you have a great week and start off good. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.